Steph Curry, man. The chef, the magician, greatest shooter of all time, whatever you want to call it. This was his game. And I think this might be a sign of things to come, the remainder of these finals.
I think I'm going to change my prediction again.
Oh. All right, bro. All right. Are you... I'm pretty sure you're fucking around, but are you thinking of changing it or not? Oh. What's the final answer? Tell us right now.
No, man. Come on, man. I already
Still Celtics in 6 or 7? What'd you say? Celtics in 7 or 6?
I have the Celtics taking it, whether it's in 6 or in 7, but it's gonna
why
go.
not? You gotta pick a number, bro. You gotta pick a number.
7.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go through some stats real quick so you guys can see what a game we got from Steph Curry, which is the top reason why I had the Warriors winning this series in the end, because I really truly believe it is Steph Curry's time, man. He's in his mid-30s, I want to say. Yeah, I believe so. I think he's 34, 35, right?
Bro, you
33?
You think everybody's 34, 35,
Oh,
man.
he says right here, he's 34. And,
spring
you know...
chicken, spring chicken.
Yeah.
Definitely spring chicken, man.
And he has a vast amount of experience in the finals, in the playoffs, in the NBA in general. This is a Warriors team that is not the dynasty with KD. And even with Klay still there, like, come on, let's be honest. Klay hasn't been his consistent self in these playoffs, especially these finals. And in this game, he didn't really show up until the fourth quarter. Draymond's
that's when it counts.
Been Draymond, which is like wishy-washy, but Steve Kerr
no, man.
decides to keep him in the game.
No wishy-washy, man. Draymond has been stinking it the fuck up, man. I'm like...
He has his moments.
Yeah, moments when he's pissed off at the refs or thinking about like, yo, hey, man, this game needs to be over already so I can record my podcast. I'm like,
hey,
shit.
One thing I will say, I think Draymond Green launched this podcast at the best time. I don't know if he started, I can't remember exactly if he started doing these episodes in the conference finals or in the finals, but I have never seen anybody get so much free publicity just from doing any type of media, a YouTube channel, a podcast, a new network, and he dropped a new album, whatever it is. Draymond starts his podcast, and the amount of times now that I hear commentators during the game, ESPN or anyone after the game, and then even when the game is getting covered by all these major network and sports shows, like either on Fox Sports or ESPN, how many times do we hear about Draymond's podcast? And then even on YouTube, like on smaller channels like ours or anyone else, like Kenny For Real or Rusty Buckets. It's like everybody is talking about Draymond Green's podcast.
Well, look, man.
That is millions of dollars in free publicity when you look at all the platforms that are mentioned in it.
Well, Draymond Green has a strong personality, to put it lightly, and
I'll never forget, there was a comment that got it so on the nail, and it's, we have never ever, we're witnessing history in the making watching Draymond Green do this. We have never gotten a person who is participating in the finals, in the competition, whatever it is, you know, if it was World Cup, anything.
And he actually is. He's a starter. He's not like he's a bench warmer or anything.
He's like legit, and he's a core piece. And then after the games, he's able to give us real-time coverage insight immediately after then. It's like, what? That's crazy. I don't know when he decided to do it, like who told him, who on his team or someone he knows, like was like, yo, Dre, you ever consider da-da-da? Because like, yeah, it's insane.
No, man,
it does take a lot more time. Like, I see why a lot of people are complaining about it, because it takes a significant a portion of your time and effort. But let's be honest, guys, like, we're a two-man team. We got to do everything, the editing, the finding the images, all that stuff to get it to upload for you guys. Draymond, I'm assuming he records it, got his files in his laptop, and then he sends it off to the editor. You know what I mean? Who like does everything else. So
maybe. I mean, he does have a co-host too, bro. I'm like, damn.
Who?
Yeah, he does.
I haven't seen the podcast, to be honest. I've only seen clips of it.
Like, it's crazy, man.
I just know that it's on The Volume. I think it's what it's called.
It's similar to what happens with Duncan Robinson. Like, when you see on the thumbnail, oh, Duncan Robinson is going to be there. He gets a lot of views. If you see Draymond, you know, in the picture there, it gets like hundreds of thousands views. But if you see the other guy, I think it's like a white guy or something like that.
Hey, but Duncan puts most of the time his co-host too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're different. They got a legitimate podcast. Like, And it's not like Draymond's not, but it's like
Draymond's legitimate.
it's more like a webcam, this and that. Like Duncan and a lot of other guys now, a lot of like NBA vets and retirees, like they, you know, it's like us. Like they put an actual camera, they record it, and then they upload it later. Which that last Duncan Robinson episode, I don't know if you saw it from the long shot. Ooh, it was good. Again, I love how like now we're getting NBA players, giving us real insight on like what we just watched, because Duncan just, you know, got out of the playoffs not too long ago, and then he's able to talk about like, oh shit, not getting played in a lot of games later down in the playoffs, and then how he felt about it and this and that. And of course he's not gonna tell us everything, because, you know, those things are better kept behind closed doors, but we get some stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But let's get back into what actually happened tonight. So,
all right, 3 major stats that I got. Steph Curry's game, guy. Steph Curry. I know we just talked about Draymond. Let's talk about the man, Stephen Wardell Curry. Number 30 at 34. Again, we're bringing up his age. Why are we bringing up his age? Because even though Erwin thinks 34 is spring chicken, 34 is actually the 3rd oldest player in NBA history with 40 plus points in an NBA Finals, and the only other 2 to do it besides Steph Curry are Michael Jordan and LeBron James.
Pretty good company.
It's amazing company, man. Amazing. I'm telling y'all, man. This Finals, not only is it his, but it's his to win, to take or lose, but it's also if he wins Finals MVP. And obviously, would have to win the finals for him to win that. Mm-hmm. This would solidify him as like top 15 player of all time, like undebatably. I was trying to think of a number where we cannot debate it.
15, yeah.
Dude, if you don't have Steph Curry in your top 15 overall players that have ever played in the NBA, something is wrong with you, or you're just a fucking hater. And this will solidify it, like no debate. At that point, now it'll be debatable if he's top 10. Because, you know, he'll have four, right? If he wins this year. Yeah. Four's a lot. That's only 1 less than the Magic group of 5 that has like Magic, Kobe, I think Duncan. No, I think Duncan only has 4. I'm not sure. No, Duncan has 5. Another stat to watch out in this game, that last game we talked a lot about how the Celtics switch things up. They switched things up so hard and seemed to figure something out that Erwin himself switched his pick on who's gonna win it. In this game, the Warriors finally figured out the Celtics in terms of like, okay, how do we stop fucking up in the 4th quarter? Because something I kept criticizing the Celtics for is not being closers. But this series, up until this game, the Warriors were ass closers. But in the final 5 minutes of this game, Warriors had 17 points. They were 5 of 8 from field goal, 2 of 3 from the 3. The Celtics, in the final 5 minutes in the 4th quarter of a game 4 in the NBA Finals, was 3 points as a team. 3 points. They were 1 of 8 from field goal, 1 of 7 from 3. And I emphasized saying all those out before I went into the stats, because guys, that is a game 4 of an NBA Finals, and they lost home court advantage losing this game now. So they just threw the future away. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but with the way how things are going right now, man, the Celtics, they won in Golden State. Golden State, they won in Boston. At this point, man, it's,
but that's right. Now the Warriors got home court advantage again, though, because it goes to Game 7.
That's cute and all, man, but hey, we got to see what happened in Game 5, and it's gonna be super pivotal because that's gonna put it to the test.
Are you gonna bring up the record?
If Boston can stay undefeated coming after a loss,
that's the biggest thing I'm watching out for.
I'm sorry, bro. If Boston comes back again and be like, "Yo, we lost," okay, it's gonna be like somebody playing 2K and be like, let me play for real now.
If Boston loses Game 5, I think it's over for them, and they lose in Game 6. I'm gonna be honest with you, because if that's going to be their first back-to-back loss in the entire playoffs, that says a lot. And then I think they'll just end up fumbling because they haven't been there before, and then they'll lose in Game 6. That's all I'm saying. But last side I want to bring up...
I disagree because they've been tested so much this year that I think they'll find some way somehow in their plan.
To pull it out
and force a Game 7.
Well,
if that happens.
They are facing a very historical trio. Because look at this last stat. This kind of blew my mind because this is special, man. This is honestly special. Most finals wins by all NBA trio in the last 50 seasons,
Different.
y'all see the company that Thompson, Curry, and Green are in, and that is Tim Duncan, greatest power forward to ever play the game.
Yep.
Manu Ginobili, greatest six man to ever play the game, and Tony Parker, greatest Frenchman to ever play the game.
Okay. Yeah.
19 wins, and that is what Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson have matched. Like, to me, when I saw that really, I don't know, man, that's special. Cause like, I'm not gonna lie, I hate the fact, I get that the Spurs weren't pizzazz and all this shit, and I'm someone that loves pizzazz, you know what I mean? That's one of the reasons Jaw's one of my favorite players. But you have to give respect where it's due, and we do not talk enough about the Duncan Parker Ginobili trio anymore. It is so sad, and a lot of times, especially like,
and maybe we'll make
when we talk about six man and they bring up fucking Lou Will, they bring up Jamal Crawford.
Hey, Jamal's pretty damn good, man.
They are. But Manu Ginobili, I don't care what you say, that is the greatest six man. He made the position important in my eyes. Like, I don't think before him there was anybody who like came off the bench and was equally as important as a starter for so many years too. Like, maybe for like a one to, I don't know, but like for his entire career, you know, in that entire Spurs dynasty, Ginobili was that guy. You know what I mean?
He didn't start.
He was, what's up?
He didn't start?
No. And he was coming off the bench, but he was equally as important as the starters. Like, you knew, and he would be there in the big moments, the final minute. You know what I mean? And it was just like, Pop, I'll give it to Pop. Pop also like realized, hey, sometimes it's more important to have a guy like that coming off the bench, which was what Tyler Hero was doing for the Heat, or at least in the regular season.
Don't worry, he'll be doing that in Utah, or wherever. Yeah. He'll fit right in Utah.
I'm sorry, hate to say it, but I think what Chris Paul should start doing next season. That's all I'm gonna say. And
yo, Dad,
imagine this is not anytime soon, but imagine there will be a day when Steph Curry or Klay Thompson or both of them come off the bench. I mean, Draymond for sure, but imagine Steph's getting old, like late 30s, maybe early 40s. But if he's coming off the bench, bro, even in that age, and he's a shooter, that's still gonna be a lethal fucking six man. Like, I could see Klay or Steph becoming a six man of the year candidate late into their careers because of how much of a sniper they are. You know what I mean?
Jeez, like that. All right, but look, man, I'm not changing my pick with Boston. I was seeing the game.
You don't think them choking in the fourth quarter made you a little worried?
No, it's not necessarily choking on Boston's end. This game, in my opinion, was more so Steph Curry like imposing his will, on that game, and be like, I don't give a fuck what you guys throw at me. I am not losing this game tonight, and there's nothing you motherfuckers can do about it.
Yeah, I mean, he was like 50% from the three, 7 of 14. Like, that is insane, because that is a lot of fucking 3-point attempts, and to still hit 50%, that is amazing.
No, that's true. But
14 to 26, that's even better than 50% overall.
But something that's not going to change is that Boston's still going to be bringing it on the defense. They're the best defense in the NBA for a reason. Their length is still going to give problems to the Warriors. It's not like the Warriors are going to grow like 5 inches in height, in one fucking game. So I did not see enough. Jaylen Brown, it seems like they have not been able to stop him or find some sort of answer regarding that. And Tatum's been playing like ass, from what we know from Tatum. He's not playing horrible, but it's like ass for like... today. Even though he did really well with facilitating, he got on the playmaking. Imagine if Tatum...
He had 6 turnovers, though.
Tatum is due for a game that he fucking pops off for like 40, 45, and pretty clean type of game.
That's a game you would expect him to at least have once throughout the series, but I don't think we're going to get that. We only have 3 games left in the finals, guys. We are over 50% of the finals, and that's if it gets to a game 7. Mm-hmm. So
I think it will.
If it happens, I think the only other time I could see it happening is Game 6 in Boston. I don't think he'll do that at Chase Center. I don't know what's happening with Tatum. Something I will agree that I've heard other people say is when you are watching the game, you can actually see some genuine hesitation in his play. There's times where he's uber confident. There's times where like he seems a little lost or a little glossy eye. And like I said from the get-go, a big reason why I had Celtics losing was this is their first time on the biggest stage, guys. Like, ask any NBA vet or any NBA player that's experienced that, or watch any of their interviews. They say it time and time again. It is different. It is fucking different when you're playing in the finals, in the Super Bowl, the Champions League, the World Cup, the World Series. It's just brighter lights. Cameras are, you're used to cameras. Now the cameras have enhanced like almost by 2 on the court and when you go to your press conferences. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The fucking media coverage now extends from like before you're used to seeing the cameras from like ESPN, Fox Sports, ESPN3, all these fucking sports to like, oh shit, ABC, NBC, like just everybody and their moms is there. Every other network, shit, maybe even E! News. You know what I mean?
See, I would disagree with that because okay, Boston's one of the biggest media markets in the world. All right, so they're already practically used to that.
Nah, man.
Yeah, man.
Nah.
Boston,
they say it all the time.
Boston,
I'm
the
like
Northeast,
a messenger of what I've heard. The people that have gone through this shit.
All right, go do some research on like the media's like in New York, in Boston.
I know, but
Those
they're
are
not
huge.
used to it, bro.
It's I'm not saying they're used to like playing in the obviously not like the finals.
Okay,
but
I'm
like,
saying there's a lot more cameras.
But the gap is not as big as you're making it seem.
No, bro, I've seen. No, they are. They are.
Okay.
I got most recently. I got reminded because I've been watching. Tom. Oh, you got Hulu now. Watch Tom Brady's Man in the Arena series. Have you watched any episode?
No.
This man hates sports. And
no, I don't, man. It's just okay. Look, man, I got Hulu because I got the Disney Plus package. Because I'm like, yo, I'm just catching up on Marvel, Star Wars, all that. Hulu, I'll catch up to it eventually.
This guy hates sports. The only thing he got that package for was to watch Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You're definitely not one with the Force.
And it's a fucking terrible show. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. I know, right? It's actually pretty good. It's pretty good.
Man, you deserve to be force choked for that shit. For sure, man.
You're ready to swing hearing that, huh?
Yeah, definitely, kind of.
But yeah, I brought that up because I remember, like I said, this is the most recent example where I heard this. I forgot who said it, but they were talking about like when I think the Seahawks and because what the show does is each episode is like a Super Bowl that Tom Brady has gone through, which is, it's a lot. And they actually get a bunch of the players, and then somebody was saying like it was just so much different when they walked into the press conference room, and then especially in Super Bowl, like the week before, it's just media coverage, and it's just like now you go from 5 cameras to like 25. And he's like, that change does something to your mind. So that's what I'm saying. And like, they're not used to that. Like, none of these guys have been to the finals. Like Tatum, Smart, or actually nobody on Boston, I think. And it's just different. And they're young. So it's like, you're 24, like you're entering and out of this room that, like you said, you're used to like, let's say 10 to 15. And now it's like 25 to 30 or 20 to 25. Like it's a noticeable jump. You got new faces too that you don't know, and you're just like, oh crap, what am I gonna do? And that's just ultimately how I feel Boston is. Like, oh crap, what are we gonna do? No. I'm a little worried for them, man. I say watch out for Game 5, guys. Game 5 is gonna tell us everything we need to know about this series.
It is gonna be crazy, nonetheless.
You think Celtics are gonna adapt? Yeah or nay?
I think they will. And I am not
okay. I believe in Udoka, but I just don't think the player is gonna end up adapting as well as he might try to coach them to.
We will see. I'm just being an objective basketball fan. You goddamn know very well I do not like the Celtics. So I'm like, if I'm saying that, it's because I'm saying that.
He's still crying that the Heat aren't in the final.
You goddamn right. That's why Tyler Hero's going to fucking Utah.
That's why we getting Zach LaVine.
All right. Anyways, guys, Warriors fans, what do you guys think you guys can do better so you guys can seal this series? Yeah. Celtics fans, are you guys worried? What do you guys think you guys can do better? Either way, appreciate all the love and the hate. You guys already know. Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram.
Game 5 is going to be the most exciting game of this series. Remember that.
Absolutely. All podcast streaming platforms. We'll catch you guys soon. For now, later.
Take care.